Welcome back, everybody, to Fun in the Locker Room. November 12th, 2025, coming with you with everything in the world of sports. As you can see, I am away right now on the beach, but I'm making time for Fun in the Locker Room because that's how much I love this show. Formerly at Villanova, 89.1 FM, WXVU, Villanova Student Radio, The Roar, now on YouTube. Fun fact, if you tuned into last week, we did enjoy an alcoholic beverage each, and since then, sales have skyrocketed for all of the alcohol brands that we had. So,
did they pay for your trip to Mexico because of that?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Thankfully. So shout out, Miller. Shout out Miller. I don't know why they sent me. It'd make more sense if they sent Liam because he was drinking Modelo, but that's neither here nor there. Anyways, we're gonna hit you with everything in the world of NFL. NBA season is announced. Unfortunately, MLB season is over, but once we get further along, I'm sure we'll have some great off-season predictions, announcements, analysis, all that great stuff. Don't forget to hit up the Twitter. We'll be covering NFL, NBA today. We will try to keep it as concise as possible, but let's be honest, we love these sports so much we could just go on talking for hours if we didn't have day jobs. Without further ado, we're going to get into the hot takes of the day. I'm going to have Mr. Sean Rankle, the Hall of Famer himself, go first.
Oh, I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this for a full week. I even sent you guys a stat, but for our fun viewers at home, I'll let you read the stat. The Denver Broncos, Liam's proclaimed best team in the AFC, have beaten the 3-6 Jake Browning Bengals, the 2-7 Geno Smith Raiders by 3 points, the 3-5 David Mills Texans by 3 points, the 1-7 Justin Fields by 2 points, the 2-7 Jackson Dart led by 1 point, 1-8 Cam Ward by 1 score.
You're missing a couple teams, Rank.
Is the biggest fraudulent team I have seen since that 10-0 Steelers team, those 13-2 Vikings teams. This team has no business being where they're at. They're winning close, ugly, terrible games, and nobody could watch the game on Thursday Night Football last week and say this is the best team in the AFC. And you are on some major drugs, Liam, if you're saying this.
Rank, what happened to the Cowboys game where they won by 20, or the Eagles game where they beat the defending champs? I didn't hear a peep about that in your little.
You gotta tell the whole picture, Rank.
Bad teams can win good games. Doesn't mean they're a good team.
What are you just coming up with statements now? Bad teams can win good games. What does that even mean?
The Miami Dolphins beat the Bills this week. Are you guys going to tell me the Dolphins are a good team?
No, but the Bills are frauds. That's what tell you.
I'm going to say the Bills are falling apart.
Yeah.
This Broncos team is going to lose in the first round, as every single team like them has done in the past. You cannot convince me otherwise. They should be good. You're right, Liam. On paper, they're a really good football team with a good head coach, but they cannot win these games by more than 2 points. Like, come on now. You're like Geno Smith by 3 points. It's terrible.
You know what, Rank? I'll give you this. They played terribly against the Raiders. They played awfully. Probably should have lost.
Yeah.
Being completely honest. But they won. And good teams find a way. You know what, Rank? We can put all this beef behind us. Reckoning Day is coming. They play the Chiefs this week. I know you've had this marked on your calendar. This will be the test. All right?
Ooh, I can't wait. I cannot wait for that game. Prime time, little Tony Romo on the call. Gonna mute my TV and watch the football.
All right. I'm excited too. It's gonna be a good one.
Big blowout by the Chiefs. Can't wait to come back on the show next week and leave quiet down about this Broncos team.
I'm going to give a little I'll try to be impartial here. To Liam's point, winning is all that matters in the NFL because you need to the playoffs. And it'll be a moot point if Bo Nix, who's been struggling as of late, turns it around in the playoffs, makes a big push. I think we can all agree winning the AFC West is going to be pretty monumental in this current AFC playoff picture, having the Chiefs not have that home field advantage. So, we can nitpick all we want here. I think this week's game is going to be telling, of course, but once we get to the playoffs, that's where the cards are going to fall as they lie, or whatever the fucking saying is.
I just want to say one thing: they've allowed on average 17 points a game. That is incredible. Offensive side, Rank, you got to admit, this defense has been very, very solid. Very
I will
solid.
give this team this.
Yeah.
We like to joke about those Russell Wilson stats a couple years on the Broncos. Bo Nix is scoring just more points than Russell Wilson get these wins. Just barely. Not many, but just barely more than Russell Wilson.
24 is a lot more than 18, Rank. 24 is
touchdown.
one more
That's
score.
One touchdown.
Hey, if Russ scored one more touchdown a game, he'd probably still be in Denver right now.
Also probably true.
All right. I'm excited for this game, though, right? This is going to be a good one.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good game.
Be some fun games this Sunday. We can talk about more of them. All right, Liam, you want to go to your pick? Your hot take?
It's not hot. It's not hot at all. But it's time that we give this man his flowers. If Jonathan Taylor somehow doesn't win MVP, it needs to be Drake May. He has had an unbelievable year, and the Patriots have rattled off 7 straight wins, including this last week, a performance against the Buccaneers where he looked absolutely unreal. He has been doing it with his legs, with his arms. He's incredible out there, throwing the ball, running the ball, the decision-making, getting everyone involved. They do not have a loaded wide receiver room. He's doing it with guys like Mac Hollins, the guy who won't wear shoes, Keyshawn Booty, and they have a running back problem too. All of that, and the Patriots are 8-2. Haven't lost an away game yet. This dude is the real deal, and if JT doesn't win MVP, it's got to be Drake May.
For all those people, and we've mentioned the schedule, and it's a schedule you play, but this game and the Bills game were huge, 2 huge statement wins. If you're a Pats fan, you're like, shut up about the schedule. We win the good, tough games.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a real, you could argue they're the best team in the AFC because of this win and their schedule they're doing. They're going to be a real force in the playoffs. People are thinking this is a young team that's not going to do much in the playoffs. Nobody's going to want to go up to Foxborough and play this team. This defense is really good. Drake May is a great quarterback. Josh McDaniels unlocking him. The running game, Trayvon Henderson finally broke out, 150 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. If they can get this team going with Ramondre coming back, it is a scary playoff team.
Yes.
You guys said it perfectly, and we can talk about this later with the Bills' loss, but I think it's all but decided that the Patriots are going to win their division, and it's going to really set them up for very favorable positioning in the playoffs. And if somehow they do finish with the 1 seed and everything goes through New England, that's a pretty scary situation there for the rest of the AFC.
It is. Their
Isn't
defense
it crazy that it's
great. Sorry, go on, Rick.
This Bills championship window, the Patriots have just shut it down. This has gone from the Patriots division with Tom Brady for 20 years. There's about 3 years of Josh Allen, and now we're back to the Patriots. And once again, the Jets and Dolphins still suck. So It's the Patriots division to lose it.
The Bills are probably going to be one of the best teams of this decade that just could not make the Super Bowl because they ran into the Chiefs every time, couldn't get past that, and now they're letting their own division pass them by. And yeah, Rank, you put it perfectly. This window, I don't know if it's closed, but they just cannot get over the hump, and the obstacle in front of them keeps changing, and it doesn't matter.
I think if Josh Allen played against the Bills defense, he dropped 45 points just by himself.
If he has help, he's never going to need help also. It's the issue.
We'll get into that. Yeah, it's what they're doing for him is complete mismanagement around him. It's terrible. But yeah, True, you want to jump into yours?
There was a game recently. It was between the very exciting game between the Panthers and the 1-8 Saints, New Orleans Saints, Liam's team. And Liam, I'm gonna kind of poop on your team, but to prove a point, and I hope that's okay. First of all, is it pronounced Shuck? I've heard
it is Shuck.
Tyler Shuck. That is amazing. That's how it's pronounced. But I think as a collective have been very locked in on how the Bryce Young experiment has gone in these past couple of years. And, for a while it looked like, all right, CJ Stroud was just clearly the better pick. And then it's like, you know what, Bryce Young is kind of revitalizing himself and he's bringing himself back in the conversation. I think this year has been up and down. And to me, we're X amount of weeks into this experiment. I think it's time to call the experiment off. Not just because they lost. They were 5-4, and if you look at this stretch of the schedule, it's the Saints and the Falcons, 2 divisional opponents, very easy wins. And if you go into that at 7-4, that's a statement to the rest of the league in your record wise. Of course, you're trying to catch up with the Bucs, who also lost. So it's not just the fact that they lost, but it's also the way they lost to the 1-8 Saints. Tyler Shuck, who is a 26-year-old rookie, right?
Mhm.
They just traded away Rashid Shaheed, which doesn't do Tyler Shuck any favors. And the fact that he outplayed Bryce Young is pretty laughable.
Yeah.
Pretty embarrassing. Bryce Young on the season, 1,500 yards, and that's one game of over 300 yards of offense. Sorry, one game of over 200 yards of offense for him passing. Just this late into the game, this late into his career, and I'm saying late into his career because it's very early, but we've seen all we need to see. This experiment has to end. And I don't, this is an incompetent organization, and they've shown that for decades. And God bless Cam Newton for coming to them in the first overall pick, because outside of that, this franchise is irrelevant beyond all means.
Damn. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, dude. When you get played off the field by a defense that has holes at every position and a 26-year-old rookie quarterback, that's not a good sign. And like you said, True, these are winnable games. I penciled in the Panthers at the beginning of the year to be a playoff team purely based on them playing shitters every single week. Like, if Bryce Young is mediocre, this team wins 10, maybe 11 games. It's just not going to happen.
Maybe it's because I'm from New York and I'm on New York side of Twitter, but I keep seeing the tweets constantly of Daniel Jones' record in the Giants, Daniel Jones' record on the Colts, Sam Darnold's record on the Jets, Sam Darnold's record on the Seahawks, and how giving up on young quarterbacks is not the answer. My issue with that, and I agree to Trude's point, you have to go on Bryce Young, with the Panthers, is Daniel Jones would not have turned that around with the Giants. Sam Darnold would not have turned that around with the Jets, because sometimes you need the change of scenery. Sometimes you need that new coach. Sometimes you need that new organization where you're a better fit. It doesn't mean the organization failed them, because like Jackson Jones come in and play great. Like the Giants are obviously a good organization. They need the right quarterback in there, and you need the right quarterback for the right team. And Bryce Young is not the right quarterback for this team. Doesn't mean his career is over. He'll probably bounce around the league. Maybe he'll get another start. He goes to like some QB guru and he's starting for the 49ers next year. But like the experiment in Carolina is over. Carolina needs to move on and get a better quarterback, because they have the receivers. Rigo Dowdle's a good running back. They have the weapons there. Bryce Young just can't go 17 for 25 for 124 yards and one pick. That's just not acceptable against the Saints.
Here's the stat of the season. Panthers are dead last in passing yards per game at 164. That is a fireball offense. Easily lose your job because of that. Unacceptable. Completely unacceptable. Has he had a game in his career where we're like, wow, this guy is an NFL quarterback? I can't.
Last year, you and me, Liam, got on the Bryce Young hype.
Oh, we did? All
right.
But like, he can't do it once a season. He does it once a year. Yeah. We get hyped over it. True, I want to ask you this.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned CJ Stroud. I think
that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, 2 cheeks of an ass, man. 2 cheeks. Yeah, we could get into that, but yeah, true. I agree. I think we're on the same page. It's time for him to go somewhere else.
Yeah, and Rick, just to close the loop on this one, and I say this fully admitting I think the Giants are in a really good spot for the future, but I want you to remember the Giants of Danny Dimes' time in that roster, and I want you to think about the 3 quarterbacks you mentioned, Darnold, Danny Dimes, and Bryce Young, and Giants of that time, Jets, Panthers, not good organizations by any stretch in that time frame. I think the Giants are doing well. I just want to preface that, but yes, it's new team, new scenery, but sometimes you just fail. Like, especially in the case of the Jets, you just fail a quarterback.
Dan Jones was on this roster last year. This roster is
Okay, this is why I thought about not bringing it up. I'm sorry.
And Jackson Dart is doing this at Malik Neighbors.
I'm sorry. Let's move on.
Neighbors.
I shouldn't have brought it up. I'm
All
sorry.
right, let's move on to your Texans thing.
Let's stay
you want
with
to talk
the
about
Giants,
CJ
baby, and
Stroud?
talk about what happens, Rank.
Okay, fine. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
the Giants
Didn't need to bring it up. Did not need
Giants
to do
Hey,
that.
we have to talk about it.
again. They collapsed again. Jackson Dart got a concussion, and he was in the medical tent for like the third or fourth time in his career already, and that's a fireable offense.
Yes,
That's fireable.
absolutely.
I'm sad that, and I'm scared that we might once again fail a quarterback, as Drew has been saying, of making him learn a new play call. To the other side of this argument, it is now the fifth time in 5 straight years that the first overall pick who was a quarterback had their head coach fired during the season.
Jesus.
So this is a system-wide NFL issue. So other quarterbacks have experienced and gone through this. So I think the hire is very important of who they bring in next to run this team and to develop Dart. I've seen Kubiak, the Seahawks offense coordinator.
No, please, Rank. Don't. Look at what
said
he's
he'd
done to us.
love
Please
to come. I just don't know if I want an offensive coordinator to come in and try to do it because we've done a lot of coordinators recently. It's hard to like get a coordinator to like be a good head coach, or if I want like a CEO head coach and just hire a good OC. Like John Gruden would be great. I'd love John Gruden and hire a good OC. Like that'd be awesome.
I think that would be so much. That would be a fun fit, a really fun fit. I think he would help the culture a lot. Yeah, I think that would help the culture.
My one fear, I will admit my one fear. There is one name above all else that if I hear hired by the Giants, I might jump off a building. If Mike McCarthy
I knew it was coming.
is hired by the Giants, I will freaking lose it. Well, there's no way Mike McCarthy is the head coach of the New York Giants.
That would be an inside job, right? He'd ruin them from within.
Yes.
I don't know who's on the market. If you could somehow get maybe Rex Ryan to come out of retirement.
Oh.
Honestly, in all seriousness, that was a joke. If you could get Bruce Arians to come out of retirement, the quarterback whisperer, if you want someone to develop Dart, I think that would be. I don't know what he's doing now. He's probably on the same beach that I am. But
I've seen both Rams coordinators. Robert Saleh's getting some talk about it. I don't like that at all.
No.
Colts DC, Lou Amarillo is talk. Spags has been talked to Chiefs.
Spags will never take another job.
No, he's not.
Free Super Bowl.
He's a Giant guy, though. He's won Super Bowls with the Giants. So if he's going to take it, he's going to go back here. Which I don't think he's going to come back. I've seen Marcus Freeman, the Notre Dame head coach, as another rumor, which that would be my favorite, but that's never going to happen. So we will see where it goes. I'm curious to see where it plays out. But Kafka's new head coach, and the best news of the week is they're letting Jackson Dart recover from the concussion, rather rushing him back, and we're having Jameis Winston play some football against the Packers this week. So if you're out there in fantasy, start every single Giants pass catcher out there because he's going to be slinging this rock.
Rank, my question to you is I think the timing is curious. Liam shaking his head. I just want you to unload a little bit more on to me about the timing of it.
With that,
not a single Giants player has come out to defend him, and I think that's all you need to know about where this team is heading. And this team does have a bright future. This is probably the best job that's going to open up this season. You have a star quarterback, you have a star wide receiver, you have franchise left tackle. Your defense has great pass rush. Like there is a real foundation on this team. And one, you need to get ahead of the market to try to get somebody in here. And two, you need to not let this team like fall off a cliff to the point where it's a rebuild locker room kind of thing next year. Like you need to save the locker room and save this team for next year. And I think a new head coach was necessary. So
do you think Dable did anything positive while he was there, anything positive for the culture? Because it does seem like that the culture underwent a bit of a transition during his tenure.
Jackson Dart and Cam Skattebo have done more for this culture than Brian Dable has done in his 4 years.
All right. That's all I needed to know.
You guys called me insane when I called for the man's head after they blew that game for the Broncos, and here we are. I just want to throw that.
Yeah, that's fair. I didn't want to see it. I wanted to rebound, but at this point, it's over.
Yeah, I mean, risking the health of your star quarterback, your rookie star quarterback, that's inexcusable. And this is like, what, the fourth time he's done it?
Yeah, the funny analogy in my head currently is Brian Daboll's Kyle Neptune, as in any competent head coach, would have gotten us a couple more wins this year with game management. Like a new coach out there is going to be Kevin Willard.
You need a Willard. You need a Willard.
You need a Willie.
You do. You do need a Willie.
Get that.
Let's pivot to Liam mentioning Jonathan Taylor earlier in his Drake May take. We talk about this every week. Just another great MVP level game.
What more needs to be said? 250 yards on the ground, 3 touchdowns, including the game winner. They were selling out for the run. They knew it was coming, and they still couldn't stop it. The dude is dominant. We compared him. I think I compared him to Saquon's season last year. It's blowing him out of the water. It's not even close. And I believe he's still on pace to break the touchdown record.
It is absurd what he's doing, and I honestly think, being the first running back MVP since I think AP back in the day is not out of the question. I think this might be a hot take. I think he deserves it. People are comparing his season with Saquon's season last year, but like Saquon had a very complete team around him, and you can Rank might like this because it's taking a little bit of credit away from Taylor and the presence, and it's kind of like in basketball, like when Jokic or Curry, the gravity that you have as that running back on offense, the hub that you create, it's just benefiting everyone else. So versus Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, none of them needed to be elevated. Saquon was just that piece to get them over the hump. They were already a good offense. So I think the narrative is definitely there for sure.
Yeah. Want to hit on Sauce real quick while we're talking about the Colts. Dude got
this team is nothing without Jonathan Taylor.
Dude got absolutely cooked on defense. I don't know if you guys saw that little Drake London route.
No, it was bad. We talked about him last time on the show. Shout out Eli Apple. Looked like some Eli Apple shit right there.
Oh man. What else is on the docket? Truett, I see you having the doc. Just do it. Suck your Seahawks off, man. Go for it. You deserve. You deserve it.
I was in a hut here in Mexico watching it, and I'm texting Adam on the side right now. I'm trying to pull up. Maybe we can do this next show. I'm trying to pull up my reaction to the Sam Darnold signing because I just remember it was like very bearish at the time. But I mean, we got it, man. We just got it. On offense, defense. Sam Darnold threw the ball 12 times versus the Cardinals, and we put up 44 points. 2 defensive fumble recoveries for touchdowns by one DeMarcus Lawrence. And I'm not going to spend all my time bullshitting on here and just yapping and like I normally do. This game is, if I want to avoid the Broncos takes from Rank, because we've beat the Saints, we beat the Cardinals twice. We're not playing elite studs because I always think the Jaguars are frauds. We're playing the Rams this week. And these 2 games that we have versus the Rams left in the schedule, that's going to really determine the NFC West. And I want to avoid those Broncos takes that Rank throws out. I don't want to be a fraud. We need to beat the Rams and show that we are a real contender here.
Well, Truett, I can give you this. You've already, you're not in those conversations because they're blowing teams out. It's not even a question.
Yeah, it's not close.
Yeah, you guys won this game halfway through the first quarter. The game was over.
Yeah.
They look so complete. Their defense and special teams it's been masterful to watch, man. I am so jealous of what you've built in Seattle.
And it's really been like the past 2 games, I feel like, since.
Go ahead, Rank.
it's been like the past 2 games since we said that the Seahawks were not a top 3 team in the NFC. They've come out here and proved it in these huge games by blowing out teams.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels good, guys. But job not done, obviously. This is, I think this timeline of a retool is accelerated a little bit faster than we thought. And, I'm just trying to be realistic here, just trying to play devil's advocate. We saw a similar start from Sam Darnold last year. And I don't want to say anything more just to be superstitious, but let's close the loop on this season this time.
Yeah.
Very important. And I think the Rams will be a good test. Ironically, I don't even want to say it again, but we remember what happened with Sam Darnold Rams. So going to leave it at that. Not speaking any more bad juju. But there will be no ghosts this time.
I don't know. I feel like he's
Rankle.
I'm excited. This weekend, we talked about the other game earlier, but like this 4:00 window's got some great football with the fact that we're watching the Rams Seahawks and then Chiefs Broncos. Like that's 2 of the best games of the weekend. It's gonna be a great weekend of football.
I can't wait to be sitting on my couch, eating some wings, just rubbing my belly, watching football. It's gonna be a great weekend.
I'm excited. Let's review another game, and I do want to demand my flowers, and I damn near want to demand a memo because let's talk about these Packers and how fucking fraudulent they are, man. I'm not going to say any more because I've gone on about it. I want you guys to talk about Eagles. Packers.
You know what? I will. Both these teams, the Eagles and the Packers, suck. Both of them are terrible. The Eagle, bro, I don't know how they won this game, to be quite honest. I guess the Packers wanted to lose more, maybe. And you know what? You know what made me really upset after the game? Immediately after the game, Micah Parsons on Twitter letting those fingers go to work. Come on, brother. Come on, man. It's sad. It was a disgusting performance for both teams.
Are they
from the Eagles side of the ball?
I agree with what you're saying on the Eagles, but the Packers, can we agree that
Packers
this is
were ass?
Not a sustainable winning solution for them?
They can't win football games like this. Jordan Love needs to play better. He needs to be a real quarterback and actually like win these tough games because he's beating bad teams anymore. He's not beating bad teams, not beating good teams. He has fallen off a cliff this past couple weeks, and the receiving core struggled. And maybe it all comes back to Tucker Kraft. Like maybe Tucker Kraft was really the issue. That without him, this offense is floundering. But it is ugly out there if you're a Packers fan.
I defended them. I don't know what they can do to turn this around. I really am lost here.
This is not unlike me for this take to not be backed by stats, but I brought it up earlier in the year. Jordan Love maturity. It just doesn't look like that. And I would have thought sitting behind Aaron Rodgers, who is a veteran quarterback, who's prolonged his career with maturity, he's not making the decisions and holding himself to the stature that a veteran quarterback should, and a leader for what it's worth. I mean, this is a young team, and these receivers are all very young. Josh Jacobs is kind of a veteran, but I mean, you're the quarterback, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, and on the Eagles side, like we need to have a serious conversation about how bad this offense has become. And maybe it's the fact that Kellen Moore left and this OC can't do anything, but the running game has struggled. A.J. Brown getting the ball. Like, how hard it is to give your receiver the ball. Like, it should not be this difficult. Like, he cannot be tush pushing his way to first downs. This team is not a good offense. Like, it is terrible.
They have way too many weapons to be this bad. Way too many weapons. And the fact that you have a diva wide receiver right now who is actively telling fans, drop me in fantasy, I'm not going to make a difference. That is a bad sign for things to come. And that is terrible for the locker room. They are falling apart right now. The Eagles, I can't believe I put them in my top 3 NFC teams. That was scornful by me.
I put him at number one. I'm pretty embarrassed by that. I think, that comment is extremely destructive, and I wouldn't be surprised if AJ Brown requests a trade at some point because he's not really saying that he's having a bad year. He's saying he's not getting the ball enough.
Yeah.
I mean, his goddamn fucking handle on social media is always open. You know, he truly believes he's always open, and so it's like it's not my fault. Drop me because my team and my offense and my coaches are failing me.
Terrible.
I think this Eagles team is going to flame out in the playoffs. I think AJ Brown's going to get.
Lee, you want to take that one?
I think Rank said it perfectly.
You said Rank. This I've changed my tune. Like I just said, I did have them as number one, and this is not looking like the best team in the NFC, especially when this is a good NFC too. And my Bucks take is not looking good either. Really just nailed the Seahawks. That was it.
Yeah, Bucks have they've had a couple.
Take your wins when you can get them.
Ones.
Thank you, Rank. Thank you. Let's end this off switching back to the AFC.
All right.
Probably the shock of the weekend was Bills Dolphins. Bills just coming out looking lifeless in Miami, and then of course we can talk a little bit about Mike Daniel deciding to troll Bills at a local bar that he claimed was on his way home from work. What did you guys make of this game?
The Bills are the number one team in rushing yards per game in the NFL. And they've lost games to the Falcons. They got blown out by the Dolphins. And, Rank, you talk about the Broncos beating shit teams and they barely beat them. They beat the Jets, the Dolphins earlier in the year, should have lost to the Saints. They blew out the Panthers, whatever. All their wins are fraudulent besides the Chiefs game. They should have lost to the Ravens week 1. I think this Bills team is garbage. I don't think they've done anything to build around Josh Allen. And now it's finally coming to light. They play the Bucks this week. They're going to get blown out. This is Baker Mayfield written all over it.
All right. I agree with you though. This is, and we talked about this when the Patriots, when we were going over that this Bills team is in trouble. And when you are chasing the division, and granted the Bills have not had a lot of competition in chasing the division in the last couple of years, so maybe they've been on autopilot a little bit. This is not a game you can lose. Like Rank said earlier, Bills and Dolphins and Jets. Winnable games in your division. You have to assume the Patriots are also going to win those. You can't drop these games.
Can't. It's inexcusable. Might be looking at a coaching change this offseason. I think that seat is getting hot.
McDermott's seat?
Yeah. I think it's getting very hot.
I mean, similar, and you and I both have Magic Knicks on. It's similar to what the Knicks had to do to where the coaching situation wasn't necessarily bad, but you just need a change when you can't.
You need a shift. Exactly.
Yeah, you need when you realize that the coach that you have can get you to be good, but not great. You can't just be stuck in that complacency when you know this roster has higher expectations.
Exactly, especially when you have a generational quarterback like Josh Allen. I mean, losing games like this is inexcusable. It's inexcusable.
Yeah. And you have this is just beyond so you have this home field advantage, and because you win your division, you're thrown right there, and you will not be able to have the Super Bowl go through Buffalo. And I mean, we saw that when they played the Dolphins, feels like forever ago, and Tua just could not play in the goddamn cold.
Exactly, it's such an advantage to play at home, and this game, they essentially handed the Patriots the keys to the division.
Yeah. Games are on the minds. I think I think we should wait to do Thursday night football, obviously.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else from this week other than I've never been more upset to see the Saints win a game. But Shook looked really good. And shout out to Olave. He got concussed last year for I think it was like his 9th concussion on the season last year, playing at Carolina. And for him to eclipse 100 yards in his first game back there, I think that meant a lot to him. So
Good
to see that.
I mean, you guys really this week probably meant a lot for the Saints.
Yeah, I think they absolutely needed it
in the future, but good for him.
Yeah. All right, ready to jump into Thursday night?
Rank, we're gonna
Rank,
need
you are muted.
We your dear beautiful voice.
Nope.
I'm gonna forcibly unmute you somehow.
Yeah, can you
It's
do
my
that?
goal.
Is there a way to?
Adam, I just asked you to unmute. I don't know if that does anything, but
I also asked you to unmute.
I do want to talk about Steelers
Okay.
Chargers though,
Yeah.
because and this is something that we've been Rank specifically, if he was here to defend himself, has been just on this roller coaster when it comes to the AFC North. I am on the train that just by process of elimination, the Ravens will win it because the Steelers are horrible now.
I didn't think we'd see the day in which the Ravens could somehow make it out of this division.
All right. Can you hear me?
Oh, there he is.
You can, yeah. Rank, before we
Yes.
get into it, we were just referencing you and how I'm on board that the Ravens will win the division because of the
Yes.
Steelers' ignorance.
It's
And
part of me thinks the Bengals still have a chance.
oh my god,
I'm pretty back and forth on this division. I think
I can tell.
we haven't been wrong about a division in a while, but the fact that we thought 3 teams are making the playoffs or being really well in this division, we now have a race for like mediocrity. The Bengals, Joe Burrow comes back. I don't know. They're only 2 games behind the Ravens. So
Yeah, I think the problem is though, Rick, they play the Ravens twice before Burrow will be back. I think.
at least once before Burrow gets back.
All right. When's he targeting? Is it early December?
Thanksgiving.
Oh,
They really did tease
Oh.
us with those.
they can play
videos.
on things. They're playing on Thanksgiving.
I know, which is helpful for all of us because I'd like to watch Joe Burrow play Thanksgiving football rather than Joe Flacco. No offense to Joe Flacco.
I don't
Joe
think
Flacco.
I don't think any taken. He's
Joe
40.
Flacco revenge game though.
All right, let's get some
go
Thursday night football
night.
picks.
Yeah.
I got the lone solo win last week against you guys took L's, and I am back to only 1.5 games back behind Truitt. Liam, you're really falling off this year. Truitt's 8-3. I'm
A lot of
7-5.
games left, Sir Rankle.
Liam is
Thanksgiving's gonna be
4-7.
huge. I'm scared for Thanksgiving.
We have a bunch of double games coming up on Thanksgiving, 2 points each. Really flip the tables here. Maybe we go Liam first, worst to first, little late season comeback.
Did we agree on 2 points each? When was that?
Yeah, that's what we've done
Yeah.
the past couple of
Oh.
years. Thanksgiving and Christmas.
I see my
believe, is a-
lead is
Christmas is a
evaporating.
terrible triple, if I'm correct, Rank.
I think I heard that. I think for
This is
Jesus.
gaslighting at
Jesus.
its finest right here. Unbelievable.
Oh, please, we have the same chance.
All right, Rank. Sorry, keep going.
I'm curious where Truitt goes here to start us off as he's still the leader in clubhouse. The New York Jets are traveling up to New England to Foxborough to play the Patriots. Patriots 13.5-point favorites. This is a monster line for a Thursday night football game.
I hate this, man. I hate this. Because last week, the Raiders looked abysmal, but they were coming off a big win. And then they covered. The Jets, abysmal, are coming off a big win. And can you guys go first?
You know what? I was thinking long and hard
Yeah, long and hard. I bet you
About-
were.
about this game at work today.
Are you gonna go against your hot take?
I was thinking long and hard, and
You don't have time to do that.
all right, this just 13.5 points is a lot. The Jets have lost by more than that this season. But Thursday night, is always funky. Some bullshit always happens. I think I'm going to take the Jets to cover this one. I don't think it's going to be pretty. I think they might kick a field goal with like 4 minutes left to cover, like maybe only be down 12, and that's how they're going to do it. I don't know, man. I got a funny feeling about this one.
Sure.
That being said, it could be 28-0 in the second quarter, and that would not surprise me at all.
You know, I was thinking about this. The Jets, for as bad as they've been this season, their defense did not completely fall off a cliff after selling their two best defensive players. On the other side, the only reason I know this, not because I follow Jets games, but because of fantasy, Breece Hall is taking a bit of an uptick in his production. I don't care who the two teams are. I do not feel comfortable with putting my money and reputation on a near 14-point spread. I'm going to go with the Jets. Rank did not want to go with the Raiders because he doesn't like Geno because they're trash, and they worked out well for him. Let's roll the dice and spin it in my face and see what happens.
I gotta say,
clip that, Adam. Thanks.
I was not expecting this was the way the picks were going to go.
Are we squad riding?
Is this a squad ride?
And in my heart, I think the Jets are going to cover this game because Justin Fields is not that bad. They're coming off back-to-back wins, playing against a division rival on short rest. But since you guys both picked them, I am talking myself into the fact that Drake May is a Patriot. Mike Vrabel knows what this game means as a former Patriot, and they know that historically they've buried this Jets team. And if they're 8-2 and they cannot bury this Jets team, there's going to be talk. There's going to be talk about the Patriots if they can't bury this Jets team. You can't give this Jets team any freaking hope. You want to destroy the city if you're New England. You want to shove it in their face that, we did a rebuild 30 years faster than you guys have. The Patriots are going to blow out the Jets. This game will not be close. Drake May and put Kendrick Booty down for 2 touchdowns. I'm not sure if she's playing, but two touchdowns for Booty.
He might still be out, but I mean, even if he's not playing, he could score 2 touchdowns on the Jets. That wouldn't be surprising.
Rank, I have 3 words for you, my friend. Garbage time touchdowns.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Mike Vrabel teams don't give up garbage time touchdowns.
Yeah, we'll see about that. We'll see about that, man.
You haven't met the
garbage
time.
I hope the Pats win by 10. I hope they do. I hope they get the dub.
I don't know, True. If Pats win, we could if Pats cover, only be a half game behind you heading into those big Thursday night football games, Thanksgiving.
2 solo wins for Rank in a row would be catastrophic to Team Truett over here.
His lead's slipping away. So I'm calling you the Patriots. Maybe you are the Patriots.
All right, let's do it. Let's go to the NBA.
Yeah.
We got a lot to talk about.
Liam, you want to kick us off with the celebration you had last night for a glorious thing that happened to your former favorite team?
Yeah. It's not news because we knew it was coming at some point. Worst trade in sports history occurred about 9 months ago. And the bad man behind it all was finally let go after an abysmal 3-8 start. Now, the news came out that it wasn't actually because of the Luka trade, but it was because Nico has been urging Anthony Davis to play through a calf injury where team doctors have told him, listen, he could easily tear his Achilles if he plays through this. Nico did not listen and has been urging the star forward to play through it. Just complete malpractice, doubling down on idiocy. He's a complete imbecile. And when this is going to get a little graphic, so, turn away if you don't want to hear this. But when the man passes away, I will be taking a 2-week vacation down to wherever he is in Cancun, Mexico, because he's probably going to be hiding. I'm going to eat a lot of Taco Bell, and I'm going to take a lot of poops on that grave. That's all I gotta say. The bad man is dead. He'll never get a job in basketball ever again. And yeah, I truly would not be surprised if somebody put it like there was an assassination attempt or something, because what he's done to the city of Dallas has set back their basketball franchise. Basketball franchise is dead. It's a dead franchise.
I've heard that the Lakers actually offered him the assistant GM job.
No,
That's
not real.
He's helping out Rob Pelinka.
Luka would not sign with them. He wouldn't sign with them if he was there.
He wants to trade Luka again.
Just kind of talking about the calf thing real quick. Did he not watch the playoffs last year where 2 calf injuries, Tatum and Halliburton, both turned into torn Achilles?
True. The guy has
that elevated like the people's awareness of it.
He has no sense when it obviously we knew he had no sense when it came to basketball. Anyway, he was trying to save his own ass by putting another player in harm's way, and it's not surprising at all.
The calf injuries must be the most scary thing in the NBA right now. To Truett's point of those things, and the fact that he's rushing a guy back because he's trying to save his own ass is ridiculous. Do you see the Mavs owner? I don't know his name or whatever they call him nowadays. Governor was talking to the fan and saying he regretted trading Luka. Like,
yes,
it is a disaster in Dallas.
You know Ren, can you tell the backstory behind that interaction?
So there was a fan wearing a Lakers Luka jersey who flipped off the governor of the Mavs, and his father made him go apologize. So the security let him go sit down next to the Mavs governor before a game, and he was chatting with him, apologizing for it. And supposedly, according to him, the Mavs governor said trading Luka was the biggest mistake the franchise had ever made.
Yeah, no shit. And this is a complete PR stunt. I'm not buying it at all. The dude is also at fault. He should not have bought the team. The team would be much better without him. I mean, I could go on for hours about him ruining the franchise, but it's neither here nor there. It just feels good to finally hear them admit their mistake, because the months that followed the trade, it was just a complete spit in the face to all the fans, all the people that enjoy the NBA, to just hear them slander Luka after he dragged them to the finals. I mean, I've never seen just anything like that ever in sports.
I 1,000% agree, and I think I speak for all of us. Like, even as not a fan of the Mavericks, and I do kind of like the Lakers a little bit, I wish that trade never happened. Like, it's just bad for sports in general. It's bad because of, like what Liam said, you just spit on the face of fans after Nico had built this beautifully constructed roster too.
It was so great around Luka, like by far the best team he's ever had around him. They make the fucking finals. They go up against maybe a top 10 team ever and lose, but I mean, god damn, like it's stupidity. All right, I got it all out.
I don't spend too much time on this, but I do want to question, and I'm sure we can talk about this deadline offseason. If you were the interim GM or whoever they're hiring, in the offseason, what is your new agenda?
I think
nothing.
You break it. You have to break it up, and
really,
this team can't contend. We knew they weren't going to be able to contend. How can they contend in the West?
But you just drafted the number 1 overall pick, and they do have talent. Like, they're injured talent. Don't get me wrong.
Frank, you have assets is what you have. You have assets.
Anthony Davis is not an asset. Nobody's trading for Anthony Davis, right? You have assets who have depreciated so far down that you need them to get healthy. You need them to play for a little bit. You need to sell them when they're high. You cannot trade AD right now. You're getting nothing from nothing.
I think they pull a Spurs move, let Coop shoot 1 billion threes a game, get everybody out. He's 18 years old.
No, I agree. Let Coop run the offense. Coop should have the ball in his hand nonstop.
Let some young guys mature. Let D-Live play a lot. It's just this team is a dumpster fire. I think they need to sell everything and completely rebuild the brand, because otherwise they will move. They will move the team because they have no support from the fan base right now at all. I think a rebuild is necessary.
Kyrie and AD will play
10 games together, 15.
I was going to say under 20 games together healthy. I mean, this is just like, I don't know why people expected. Like, Anthony Davis had a semi-healthy year pre-trade last year. But I mean, it's an anomaly for him, and those type of guys, like just the way he plays, it's just not going to work. And Liam, to your point about competing in the West, Kyrie and AD have max 3-4 years of being competitive at this level. And that's maybe being generous.
Yeah.
They're not on the right timeline that they should be, and Cooper Flagg can help them with that. I do not like the idea of Cooper Flagg being point guard at all. He just looks uncomfortable. You're asking him to do a lot that he really wasn't doing at Duke, and also do it at the highest level. I wanted to ask you guys the question about the GM because I genuinely don't know what you do, because to Rank's point, these assets, one being AD, two being Kyrie coming off of a horrible injury, it's not like you're going to squeeze a lot of value at them. You might as well just see what happens, but it's not going to be pretty.
I think you ride the season out and you rebuild in the offseason. You let the season play out at this point.
Clay needs to retire too. Clay is not.
Yeah.
He's not the defender he used to be. He's not shooting well from three.
I'll tell you, it's almost as if not playing alongside Luka isn't as easy as it was. You know, it's not like this guy elevates teammates around him and they have just career years every time they play with him or anything like that. But no,
all right,
it's neither here nor there. All right, let's move on.
What do you guys want to stab into?
I want to talk about this early. This is my first NBA player of the week. All right, you guys ready? Mr. Cade Cunningham dropped the 45 burger on 44 shots, or was it the other way around?
I think it's the other way around.
Yeah, insane, terrible efficiency, but dragged them to a win. If you guys watch the last 6 minutes of the game, he literally forced them to overtime in the win. It was insane to watch. He's been on a heater this year. Pistons, #1 team in the East, and Cade is an early MVP candidate. He's my first NBA player of the week.
I love it, and the Pistons are just taking that jump that we see young teams take at this point and taking the league by surprise. And it's like, whoa, we got to watch out for them. Led by Cade, obviously. I love how there's been a switch a little bit in the philosophy, because last year it was these guys like Schroeder and Tobias Harris. It was the Unk show, right, or whatever name they had. And now it's still Cade, but Jalen Duren, Asar Thompson, Ivy hasn't even come back yet. And it's been a bit of a youth movement now taking the reins. And I mean, it just speaks to the leadership last year. But I mean, this is great. It's a young roster, overly exceeding expectations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would hard to call it an OKC level jump, just because OKC had more talent on this team than their team and the Pistons do. The Pistons team is good, and the young players are developing. Cade's blossoming into a star that we never really doubted. Like last year, he showed that in the playoffs. But there are there's more missing pieces on this team than the Thunder ever had.
That's fair. That's
like the Thunder. Even 2 years ago, we said the Thunder were a center away. You can't just say that this team is a center away. There's more things that need to be developed here, but they are moving in the right direction. I still just wish they would have made a move this offseason to build around Cade more than they have.
I think moves are to come, because this team right now, #1 team in the East, and they're only going to develop as the season goes on and get better.
Frank, I think you made a good point there. And like I said, I really want to see what Ivy looks like, being that guy in the backcourt alongside Cade. Can he be that second guy? I'm still very hopeful that Ivy can do something if he can stay healthy.
Yeah, I mean, people forget.
Maybe they buy at the deadline and they go get a couple.
Yeah, last year Ivy was averaging 22 before he got injured. 22 a game. That's insane as your running mate back there. Like, this team is really good, and they're going to vie for an Eastern Conference championship. They're going to be really good.
Yeah, Liam, good use of the player of the week.
Yes.
I want to stay in the East. I was watching the Sixers Celtics last night, and I hadn't really caught a lot of either team. I really respected the fight out of it. There's some weird lineups. Like, I wasn't expecting to see Jordan Walsh and two other centers in the lineup at one time. But I respect the hell out of the hustle that the Missoula's got them playing with.
This team's got the heart. The Celtics always have heart to an extent. Like, Derek White, as like the team leader right now, to an extent, is that type of guy that personifies that. This season doesn't matter. We'll get a playing spot probably, but I think this is similar to what we talked about the Spurs last year. The fact that they were experimenting guys in different positions they're not used to, and Joe Mazzulla is using it this year as that type of thing of like test guys out, see who can fit, and see who are the pieces that are fit together or have a chance to be on the team next year. And that's the right way you should be looking at this right now.
Mm-hmm. Completely agree. I'll say this. Magic played the Celtics twice this season. I've watched both games. We beat them in the Cup game, and then Derek White had one of the best defensive games I've seen and basically willed them to a win in the second game.
Derek White might be the most underrated player in the NBA.
I don't think that's crazy to say at all. What he does, just controlling the game, both sides of the floor, it's so high basketball IQ. It's just other level.
I would rather than trade Jaylen Brown than trade Derek White. I'd be devastated right now if they traded Derek White.
Wow.
I don't think that's a crazy take, Frank.
Well,
Ship him and his bum ass hairline out of Boston.
Flipping the script real quick.
Yes, dude.
Well, I mean, the Sixers
team is
no Embiid, no Paul George are
sick.
fun. They're fun with Maxey and VJ and McCain's back now. And I don't really know much about this Justin Edwards guy. They have like 3 awesome backcourts on one roster.
Yeah, and Grimes. And Trendon Watford's been balling for him. And I want to give a shout out to their backup big, Adam Bona. Every time he plays, he just absolutely fights tooth and nail and has the best backup big energy I've ever seen. He's playing like he does not want Embiid to come back at all. I watched them play the Magic. He had, I think, like 6 or 7 blocks. Dude is a stud. Okay, Rank, you were a little hesitant to call Cade MVP level. Maxey has been on the MVP level. He's been unworldly this season.
He most certainly in an area of 2 with the PG and Embiid injuries.
Yeah.
I will never say anything positive about a team from that city.
All right, Liam, this is the conversation between you and me.
And I hope they fall apart. But yes, VJ Edgecombe played great. Maxey's played great. This team is so much more fun without Embiid and Paul George in the court. Get them out of this town, get them out of the city. If you're a Sixers fan, eat the money and get them out of here. Like it's talking about assets. You can get someone for Joel Embiid probably. Somebody will pay you something.
Embiid has no spot on this team anymore. None.
Yeah.
I would love
comments too.
Watch this team with Embiid on the court when he's healthy, and them right now is gonna be a very different team. It's gonna be a lot less fun. It's gonna be everybody's like, oh, gotta give it all to Embiid now. Like it's gonna be terrible. And I think Embiid probably gets traded either this offseason or at the trade deadline maybe.
This is kind of a question for the offseason, but why I enjoyed watching it so much last night is it kind of reminded me of pickup when you have like 4 like shorter dudes, because they're all just doing dribble handoffs. Because it was like 4. I don't know what Nick Nurse was doing. He was kind of starting like 4 guards at one time at one point in clutch time, and they're just all like different variations of the same player. But I thought it was really fun to watch, and I think they're gonna have to come to an unfortunate decision because you can't pay 4 dudes that all play the same way. But
just watching Maxey dribble drive, kick to VJ, and then him dribble drive, it's unguardable having 2 guys of that speed on the court, and then you throw in a Grimes as well. I mean, small ball, baby.
Yeah,
it's so back.
They have the assets. There's a lot of assets on this roster. They just need to position it very carefully. But
I love this Maxey leap, man. I'm starting to believe he could be the best player on a championship team. I have that level of confidence in him being able to score the ball, get to the line, get to his spots, and just what they're doing is.
I really like the leadership he has too. There was one, and it's very subtle things. Like Drummond had a really bad technical foul, and Drummond's a vet for a long time, like old dude in the league. And Maxey went over and was like, "Dude, what are you doing? Like, you didn't need to like throw the ball at the guy like aggressively. Like, I know you're pissed off, but like, we need you in this game. Like, I mean, quite literally, you need Drummond in this game because you have very few centers outside of that backup. It's a big step that he's taken forward since he came in the league.
And the lack of Embiid allows him to take that step.
Yes.
Which
100%.
is a very different team here.
100% agree, Rank. We have a lot of other storylines. Let's talk about Jaw, which has been a lot of drama. We got Jaw and Zion both on the agenda. Let's start with Jaw.
Yeah, I think we hit on Jaw last week. We said, the issues he's had with coaching. He's done
worse.
He has gotten a lot worse. He's been stinking it up from 3. Looks so disengaged. I think his time in Memphis is coming to an end. The problem is, I don't know what team is going to shell out for him or what his value really is right now, because he looks like a shell of himself. He doesn't drive to the hoop anymore. He's just non-aggressive. It's very odd.
He has been playing really bad because of how mentally off he is. He's just not in a good headspace. I think this is a perfect situation of new environment could revitalize him as a player.
What team takes a stab at him though, or wants him?
He's a cancer off the court. He is a player similar to Russ in his prime of built on that athleticism, which we all know fades. And I think Russ was able to manage that transition much better than Ja will ever be able to manage that transition.
Live streaming is on.
All right, back to Ja.
Sorry. I was saying,
what team
nobody wants him.
Yeah.
No team is looking at themselves and saying, "Oh my God, we're Ja Morant away from it. I want to deal with the headache." No quality team wants to deal with him. No bad team's going to want to deal with him. He is, dare I say, useless. He is a guy who I'm not sure how much left he's got on the contract, but at this point in his career, I'm not sure who's taking a stab at him next after this contract's over.
Welcome to the Kings, Ja Morant. That's all I'm hearing.
Yeah. Kings sound perfect. Maybe the future Supersonics.
Yuck. I think you guys have been a little bit too harsh. I mean, I know this has been a really bad start.
Okay. He has.
I have to think about what teams. I don't have a team off the top of my head right now.
He's never contributed to winning basketball. They won one series ever. And that was against, was it the Timberwolves?
And they celebrated they won the championship. The team did not know how to control themselves.
He's a bad leader. He's an unstable player off the floor. I mean,
there's not good quality about him right now.
Yeah, I'm not looking at this guy this is my point guard I want leading my organization. No shot.
They've already lost, I'd say, key players from that really good team a few years ago. Dylan Brooks is gone. He did provide value in the ways that he did. Desmond Bane gone, and it's gonna be tough.
Okay, to Zion.
Same draft class.
It's just he can't stay on the court. I mean, you're worthless if you don't play. And the Pelicans have some young guys that are really intriguing. I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to move off Zion and just said, Derek Queen, Jeremiah Fears, Trey Murphy, this is going to be a core we can really build around. What doesn't make any sense to me is why they went out and got Jordan Poole or
just take a chance.
Just a chance.
I don't get it when you're going to be middling.
I feel bad for Zion.
Get those picks, man. I feel bad for him too. He's just
I don't even think they had their first this year, to be honest.
They traded it for Derek Queen, I think.
Which I don't think that's a terrible move because he's
now being bad
rookie of the year right now.
Being bad this year is not going to yield anything for you, though.
That's why they got Jordan Poole. They got to try to win. I think Zion's it really sucks. He had so much potential coming out of college. He saw the athleticism, he saw the potential, and he just can't stay healthy.
I mean, we're on year 6, 7 of Zion.
Yeah.
The first 4 years, you saw the flashes, and you're like, all right, yeah, he'll figure it out. He'll get healthy. They'll get pieces, and they've rotated this roster. I don't even think the roster is that bad on paper.
It's
this
not.
Guy, the skinny Zion and the injuries, and he already has kind of an interesting play style where he kind of has to be in the paint to get going. He's not really an outside guy. When are we going to just admit? I mean, this guy was supposed to be the face of the league, like Rank said.
I think we're talking about back-to-back guys who, it's a new era in the NBA of the fact of these quote-unquote superstars aren't wanted. Like there's teams want players who are bought into the culture, bought into the team environment. There's three of these right here. There's Embiid, there's Ja, and there's Zion. And these quote unquote superstars are not wanted. Like I can see these guys having like an Andre Drummond, like, oh my God, Andre Drummond's out of the league for a while. Like DeMarcus Cousins, like he fell off the league in his prime. Like these type of guys who I think are not going to get these second contracts because of one, the headache, and two, they just can't produce.
I think a prime example of this, and teams need to be cautionary when it comes to stars. Look at Bradley Beal and how he has absolutely just deflated teams from within. He destroyed the Suns. He's already out for the Clippers. You cannot put money into something like that. Your team's going to fail.
Do you think Zion and Ja, is it a hot take that they were at one point in their careers, respectively, top 20 players in the NBA?
Zion was never, because he was never healthy enough for it. Like he had a great first couple games.
I think Ja was probably a top 20 player.
Like maybe 20, but like
he was
at his height, like when he was averaging like 28 a game. Like
he was top 15, top 20.
Yeah. It's just sad. It's just disappointing. Like, and it's ironic that those two were 1 and 2 in the same draft. Just like, anyways.
Ja pisses me off more because it's a mental thing and it's a mentality thing, and that should be fixed.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and the mentality thing is funny because, like, he said something the other day, like, you guys didn't want me like carelessly like jumping up in the air, and now he's like, well, what am I supposed to do? Now I'm not getting foul calls, and like to Rank's point about Russ, like, I don't think you would ever look at Russ and be like, he was just jumping in the air with no plan. You know what I mean?
No.
Like, it's different.
Russ and Ja, it's not even a question who's better. And the fact that we've seen Russ be able to at least try to take on bench roles, vet roles, I don't think that's something Ja is capable of doing.
Well, not to glaze, Russ also passed well and played defense and rebounded well. And
I mean, yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, Russ is 10 times the player Ja will ever be.
10 times the person Ja ever will be.
Yeah, that and that rank is the big separator there.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a great segue. I want to do a little mini rant about the Kings. Very mini. I'll keep it brief. And it's fact that we all know well continues to get reiterated with the De'Aaron Fox trade and everything else they've done. Kings front office does not know anything about roster construction, and it shows. Trading away the young players, going out. Let's go get DeRozan, who's a guard turned forward. Let's go get Levine, who's a guard. Let's go get Dennis Schroeder and sign him up for $54 million committed, who's a guard. And then you bring in Westbrook, who's a guard. And Sabonis, Keegan Murray hasn't even played yet. Sabonis has been injured. I don't know what the hell they're doing. It's the Unk show, a bunch of guards. Drew Eubanks is playing most minutes when Sabonis is out. I mean, I'm happy that Russ is getting some highlights because he's doing his things. But on top of that, like the stats of the Kings when Schroeder starts versus Russ starts is drastically different. And I was saying that a lot last year with the Nuggets, but this is actually legitimately true. It just doesn't make any sense. So
we hit on
now I have to see it first time as a Russ fan, and it's hard.
This is Rankel's favorite thing to say. The worst thing you can be in the NBA is mediocre. And the Kings, for some reason, love to be mediocre. Now, I don't know if they're filling seats up. I don't really watch Kings games, to be quite honest. They have the names. It's just like, you got to commit to something, man. You have to commit. Yeah. It's malpractice.
It's terrible. Like, you just list off a bunch of guys who their starting lineup is, and not a single one of them is going to be in the team in 2 years. Not a single one. There's not a single guy you're like, oh my God, we got a young guy coming up. Like, you look around the league, and even the bad teams, like the Hornets, they have potential coming up. Like, you're a team like the Heat, like you're in a rebuild, like you're bringing these guys in. But the Kings have just been in this perpetual state of just nothingness. Like, this absolute nothingness. Like, oh my God, the Kings front office watched the Bulls, and we're like, oh my God, Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan together. Now that's a package we got to put together in Sacramento. Like, what's the thought? What's the thought process to get here?
None. There is none.
I love Russ to death, but when 38-year-old Russ is your best player, that's
Bro.
that's a really big problem.
I got this stat for you. Defensively, only the Brooklyn Nets and the Washington Wizards give up more points a game than the Sacramento Kings.
Their offense is actually like not bad. It's their defense. They just can't play. Like no one individually offensively is like shooting bad or whatever. They're just cones on defense.
It's basketball malpractice. That's just all it is, plain and simple.
I feel bad for Levine. Like I thought he could have been on at least a playoff team in Chicago when they traded for him way back when. It's whatever. What else do we got? We've covered a lot of topics, a lot in the chamber, but you don't have to get to all of them today.
Let's talk Clippers.
True. You looked into your magic ball and you saw the future here.
I did. It is another Unk show. Honestly, another Unk show, just way more talented. Bradley Beal's already out for the year. And Liam, this one's going to hit a note with you. They decided, hey, we're okay with trading away Norman Powell because we're comfortable bringing in Bradley Beal from the Suns.
I really don't understand how some of these guys have jobs in front offices because it didn't make sense money-wise. It didn't make sense roster fit-wise. It didn't make sense, off the court, on the court-wise. It's just boredom, I guess. It's not going to sell you more seats. What are we doing here? Norman Powell, you guys know I glaze the guy, whatever. At this point in both of their careers, he's 10 times more valuable than Bradley Beal, and he's cheaper. What was the point there?
Where is Norman Powell now?
He's on the Heat. He's been balling. Heat are 7-4.
I don't understand the Clippers team also. I feel like the Clippers team had a chance. Is Kawhi even playing? They're a better Unk show. They are better than the Kings, and you give them that. And maybe they could compete for a top 6 seed and put seats in that building of a new arena. So I understand that piece. But they are just so far from a fun team anymore.
It's sad because last year they were not a bad team at all. You
guys liked them for once.
They were very good. I thought the roster construction was great. They got career years out of Chris Dunn and Derrick Jones. They bring in John Collins. If you just don't do that Beal trade, I mean, shit. I don't know.
I just too greedy to just run it back. They went to a Game 7 versus the Nuggets.
Right?
Yeah.
Speaking of,
did you guys see Harden had his Valentine oh no moment?
Oh God.
They were down 3 or maybe down 2 to the Hawks, and he crosses half court and there's 7 seconds left in the game. No need to do this. Pulls up, just absolutely misses. Total. I'll see if I can find it.
Any other NBA stuff we want to talk about to get to college basketball and some?
I got one thing I want to hit on left. True, I know you love numbers. This year, with Jokic on the floor, the Nuggets are plus 19. With him off the floor, and this is the best they've ever been, they are only minus 1 point.
That's awesome
per game.
This
might be the best iteration of the Nuggets team. And I swear, Jokic went from the chemistry with him and Aaron Gordon has been unreal. Him and Christian Brown. That is going to become a lethal connection for them. I think this team, looking at the West, I still am a little unsure about the Rockets. They are, in my mind, are the only team that can really compete with OKC.
Yeah, they look very good, and I think a big part of that is I think OKC and all the champions in the last 5 years, depth is key,
Mm-hmm.
and the Nuggets went out and rebuilt that depth from their championship team. Is Valanciunas the best backup that Jokic has ever had? The center position is not a black hole in offense when Jokic leaves.
It's They got exactly what they wanted. I can't believe the guy wanted to go play in Greece. I think this is the best iteration of the Nuggets team they've had.
That's scary.
Yeah. Yeah. Rank, what do you think?
I picked Jokic for MVP, and I
Mhm.
picked this Nuggets team to go really far, and they're proving exactly right. So I'm very happy. The depth is a little interesting. Like the starting five again is once again ridiculously good. As long as they stay healthy, they'll be fine.
Yeah. That's their big question. Tim Hardaway might be looking at a possible ring this year, which is the only gripe I have with this team.
Fair.
Fucking Timmy.
Would you be that pissed if he had a ring?
Like, I don't know, man. It should be Russ. Swap Russ and Timmy, please.
Don't talk to me about it. All right, Rank. College basketball fully in swing. Nova has a new coach, new attitude, new records being set. What do we got here?
Yeah, Villanova set the record for the most team threes in a game, and Bryce Lindsey, our new star point guard, set the record for most threes by an individual player in a game. This team's been a lot of fun to watch. Like, they are destroying the teams they should be destroying. We played BYU tough. We talked about it last week, but like, they're a much different team, very talented, very deep. They have guys who can score, and Duke Brennan might be the piece that's the best of all of it. Like 17 points, 20 rebounds. The guy is a beast.
I would love to see him, and I'd love to see Nova have an actual center, because I think if we could play this guy at the 4, oh my god, it would just open it up. You know what I love, Frank? I love that this team has heart again, and that they fucking get after it. And BYU, they were the better team. We'll give them that. We were there tooth and nail, and we hit a couple more threes. We win that game. I have no doubt in my mind that by the end of the season, we will be ranked. We will be back in the tournament this year.
Absolutely. I think I can't remember how many threes we made, but I think all but 3 of them were on assists. So the ball is moving. I like the pressure. He's running some full court pressure. He's trying new things. Kevin Willard literally adds 3 or 4 wins. Like, if Kevin Willard was our coach the past 3 years, we would have been 3 straight tournament teams. Like, I have no doubt in my mind about that. Like, he is a big difference maker. This team is young, which is also exciting going forward to the future. Like, we have these guys for the next couple of years. Like, I'm loving Villanova basketball right now, and I'm excited for the next couple of games where we should destroy teams, get some Big Five play in here, and then the real doozy of the non-conference kicks in with Wisconsin, Michigan, and then a home game against Pitt.
I love it. I love it. I'm so excited.
This is the dumbest statement ever said, but we're so much better positioned to be competitive and even win those games compared to you there.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And we don't have a guy that's averaging 28 a game on the team. It's just crazy to see. And we talk about culture change, but in college basketball, it's all about culture. It's all about head coach. And we have that now.
Yeah.
Love it. All right, Hoops Grid.
All right, real quick. Cy Young Award winners were announced today. I don't think it's any question. Just for the viewers at home, Mr. Skubal, back-to-back Cy Young, and Paul Skeens unanimously won the NL Cy Young.
Deserved.
Extremely deserved. I think consensus, by far the 2 best pitchers in the world this year.
Yeah.
Skubal to the Mets, baby.
Can't wait.
Why won't they pay him? So dumb.
Yeah. People talk about its salary cap in baseball. Well, there needs to be a floor. There needs to be a floor.
Yeah.
Because you know what?
All right, gentlemen, let's get into this Hoops Grid.
Man. Same thing's going to happen with Skeens.
Oh.
I don't think we should do this one. Why does this keep happening?
Previous?
I hate it, bro.
What?
Oh, this is kind of fun.
Okay.
All right, this is different. Yeah, 5 turnovers in one game, or in at least one game. Okay, everyone's had 5 turnovers in a game.
Can you give me Chet on the top right corner?
Game 7, is it? Ooh,
I know you'd like that one.
Can we get TJ Warren middle left?
Middle left.
That's a shout, huh?
That is a good shout. Bubble.
Nice rank. Can you give me Yogi Ferrell, bottom left?
He really?
Yep. It's ball knowledge, man. Some of us have it, some of us don't. You're good.
40 points and 5 blocks is gonna be. Does it have to be
Well,
same game?
To be honest, we should put TJ Warren middle.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Right, you're right. So let's
So,
get another.
bottom-
This could be anybody right here.
Yeah.
Eric
Um,
Pascal get 25 points in the game.
Damn, that's
Me
crazy that you ask about the points and not.
Yeah.
Oh, Alex,
All
what
right.
jersey is he wearing there? Is that Timberwolves?
T-Wolves.
It looks like it, yeah. What? TJ Warren, someone's got to teach him how to smile. Looks like he's crying or something and he's trying to smile. What do we got here? The 40 and 5 blocks will be tough.
Can we go Damian Lee, middle right?
Ooh, I like that
Middle
shout rank.
right. These are crazy. This is your Warriors fandom coming out.
Is Damian Lee
Hmm.
middle? Did he get 40 points? No,
No,
he had the one crazy game.
Nah, damn.
40 would be it'd be nuts.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think it doesn't have to be same game because
No, it's definitely not
same
playoffs
game.
and this is regular season. I feel like this will be too common. Oh, all right.
There you go.
Okay.
Playoffs.
Anyone that's had 25 in the playoffs and 5 turnovers, it's got to
Has
be a lot.
Chet
That's
gotten
a-
40 plus points in a regular season game?
I don't think so.
You try it.
Yeah, we can try it. We just got to replace this one then.
Just throw Wemby in top right for right now. Actually, Wemby's never played in the playoffs, so it's not gonna be Wemby.
Well,
NBA ain't no champion, baby. Not yet.
Marc Gasol.
Good one.
love that shout rank. Oh, it's less than Chet too. Wow.
No, we could probably put him here. All right, there we
There you
go.
You think
6
Luau
threes.
Dang ever got 40 plus points in a regular season game? He probably got 5 blocks.
There's just no way Luol
What about
Deng.
Ibaka?
I'm gonna try Dang for rank, but Ibaka, I just don't think he would have gotten 40. Yeah,
Damn.
40
6
plus
threes in a
points.
game? Who's spraying like that?
you think Marcus Gasol at 40? We could put him here, and I could try Ibaka here.
Good try it.
There you go. Oh, he definitely had to have had a 40.
All right, there we go.
How about like fucking bottom right? Like give me like Corey Maggette, someone like that. Old head. EY. Yeah, there you go.
My bad, brother. Wow,
Bang.
not even
Ooh.
All right, this could be a lot of guys.
then
20
Eric Pascal. This one has to be good.
Oh, I got one for you. Joe Fulks. FUL.
How the hell do you know this guy?
Damn.
Oh,
I saw he actually has the record for most points in a game on the worst efficiency. He's 1-2.
Wait,
He is
Shelvin Mack?
3. He's got 4.
Sheldon
I don't-
Mack dropped 25 in a playoff game?
We haven't even tried Shelvin.
So disrespectful. You just set him up there, man. You set him up.
Yeah, you kind of did. Should we try Liam's other favorite guy?
Yeah,
There
you know
we
he-
go.
You know
Well
he-
done.
That wasn't a question. How we do? What? People are cheating.
Dude, this shit's ass. What?
I don't care. We got whatever that other color is for Pascal. I'm happy.
That's awesome.
All right. We got some birthdays today, fellas. We'll start off in baseball. Happy birthday to Addison Barger. Had a coming out party this playoffs for the Blue Jays. He's a really good player.
Coming out.
Yeah, he's kind of made himself known, so to speak.
Okay.
All right, moving on. We got Ozuna from the Braves. Happy birthday. Hey, buddy, don't party too hard. Fuck that guy. Another guy I don't really like, Matt Strom of the Phillies. It's his birthday.
Dumb hair. Cut your hair.
I agree. Stupid hair. We got a Hall of Famer, Sammy Sosa, one of the home run kings. Happy birthday to him.
Sammy.
A guy by the name of Homer Bush. Happy birthday to Mr. Bush. Getting it done. Love that, bro.
Dirty Bush.
All right, basketball. My guy.
Oh, wait. I got to get one. I
Throw it
know.
on the day. I don't know if you guys can see this.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to P5. PP does it.
Some guy on Twitter was tweeting about it earlier today. I saw the update.
Yeah. I believe that might have been Paolo X Bain.
Yeah,
I'm not
not sure who he is, but big fan. Big fan.
Happy birthday to Paolo. I want to give a huge shout out to this guy. We already talked about him today. Truett's got the jersey on, I see. Happy birthday to the man, the myth, the legend, Russell Westbrook. One and only. He's the king.
My
man.
goat. My
We
goat.
love him. Two other really good birthdays today. Davis Bertans,
Wow.
the Latvian laser. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. That's all we got for basketball. Those are great though. I'm so happy for Russ, man. Just so inspirational.
Yeah.
So inspirational. Moving on to football. Happy birthday to Dexter Lawrence. GOAT.
Oh, yeah. Sexy Dexy, baby.
Yep.
Love him. Needs more sacks though.
I agree.
Damn, it's his birthday rank.
Completely
Sure.
agree.
I want to
Rick.
see more dancing this year from him. He hasn't danced enough.
All right. Happy birthday to I don't know how to pronounce this name, so forgive me if I botch it. But happy birthday to Levi Adcock. Happy birthday to you, Mr. Adcock.
Adcock.
Ed
Yeah.
Cock.
One's not good enough, so you got to add it. Add another one. Okay. It's my bad. It's my bad. This thing on?
Just gonna let you sit there with that.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to Hubert Oliver, Big Hube. The Big Hube.
Oob.
And let's see, we got any more good football ones? Man. Carl Kamer.
Barely know her.
Happy birthday to Mr. Kamer. Hardly knew her. Attaboy.
Woo!
And you know what? We'll finish it off. Same sort of deal. Happy birthday to Warren Loving. Very loving guy. Definitely love to give up some love in the locker room.
Big locker room guy. Huge locker
Are
room.
you able to see women's athletes' birthdays on here?
They should be on here. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
You should email the website.
Yeah.
You'd be emailing
Yeah.
yourself because you created this thing.
Will
but-
do. All right, going over to hockey. Happy birthday to a guy by the name of Jim Boo.
Jimmy Boo.
Jimmy Boo. He's probably a big locker room guy too.
Yeah, definitely.
Little booby.
I saw him in the locker room once. Great guy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What'd you guys talk about?
There wasn't much talking.
All right, that's all I got for birthdays today. We getting it on that? Clip that, Adam. Clip that. Clip that.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Rank, let's talk offline about this, okay? We'll see you next Wednesday. Fun in the locker room. Don't forget to have some fun in your locker room. Have a good one, everybody.
Very cool.